Let me get the adapter for you.
Alright.
Dia boleh nampak ganti saja.
I got ultra wide no need. Okay. Yeah.
Oh hey, so I ordered this MacBook Pro around end of September 2021 and I received it on November 30th, 2021. So according to Coconut Berry, this MacBook Pro was manufactured on October 25th, 2021. So it's literally a week after the M1 Pro and M1 Max MacBook Pro event. Well, I would say that this is one of the best Intel MacBook Pro ever made. It has a gorgeous design, base gray is amazing, and the 16-inch is literally perfect for me. So this 16-inch MacBook Pro is way more refined compared with the 2019 15-inch MacBook Pro, as Apple switched from the controversial unreliable butterfly keyboard to Caesar switch keyboard. Some of you guys might remember that the butterfly keyboard have a lot of issue until they make a recall in 2019, so yeah, that's not really good. In addition, Apple redesigned the thermal and airflow layout with the 16-inch MacBook Pro. The 16-inch MacBook Pro have a bigger battery, so this MacBook Pro have a 100 watt-hour battery, whereas on the previous 15-inch MacBook Pro, it has a 83.6 watt-hour. But this 16-inch Intel MacBook Pro couldn't even beat the Apple Silicon 16-inch MacBook Pro, even though both of these MacBooks have 100 watt-hour battery, as Apple Silicon chip are way more energy efficient compared with the Intel chip. Even though this is not an Apple Silicon MacBook, but for me, it has a great specs, as I got the fully spec out model except the SSD. So I got the powerful 2.4 GHz Intel Core i9 9980HK, 64 gigs of 2600 MHz DDR4 RAM. I find the clock speed is kinda slow for 2019 standard, but it's alright for me. At least it's better than the 15-inch, as its max is 2400 MHz, whereas the 16-inch, of course, it has a higher clock speed, 2666 MHz. So I got the AMD Radeon Pro 5600M with 8GB of VRAM. This GPU was released on June 15, 2020. It's literally a week before the WWDC 2020. And I got the 4TB. Pretty much 8TB is the max, but I decided to get the 4 because I don't want to pay for Apple tax, even though I did, I guess. Okay, so you may be confused like why I decided to get this instead of the Apple Silicon MacBook. Basically, this MacBook Pro able to run Windows natively using Boot Camp. I run Windows 11 on it and it doesn't have any weird issue at all. By the way, I made a tutorial how to get Windows 11 on these Intel Mac. You can check it out top right there. This MacBook Pro specs is literally perfect for Windows 11. If this MacBook Pro have a TPM 2.0 chip, it's actually considered as a supported hardware. Oh yeah, this MacBook Pro have native x86 app support. Pretty much I only use it for games when I'm on Windows. Long story short, it's my main computer that I do everything on it. I guess a workhorse computer. This might be subjective to some people, but in my opinion, I feel that the Intel Macs have a longer lifespan compared to the Apple Silicon Mac. Because these Intel Mac aren't locked to macOS like Apple Silicon Macs, with these Intel Mac you can switch to any other OS such as Windows or Linux even after macOS support ends. Even though this MacBook Pro final macOS will be macOS Tahoe, pretty much the very last version of macOS for Intel Mac, which will get security updates until around 2028. I can keep using this MacBook Pro while continue receiving updates and software support with Windows or Linux. What do I mean by this is that when a particular version of macOS support ends, and Apple Silicon Macs gradually become less secure because it no longer receives security updates. However, with an Intel Mac, you can switch to newer version of Windows or Linux and you keep getting updates which extend its lifespan. Here are the things that I've done so far with this MacBook Pro for the past 4 years. So I got it repaired at Apple TRX in October 2024 for free, as I still have Apple Care at that time. So basically, the trackpad is slightly crooked as the left side sits lower than the chassis, whereas the right side is raised. What Apple TRX did is that they replaced the entire top case that includes the new battery. While they fixed this MacBook, they called me that they broke the Touch ID cable and they need another week. But the next day, I got an email that I can just straight away pick it up. So if I didn't bought Apple Care Plus for this MacBook Pro, they're gonna charge me 3,185 ringgit and 28 cents, which would be this much. So yeah, I got a free battery replacement and at the same time an entire top case in brand new condition. So my future plan for this MacBook is that I'll be changing the thermal paste, as the thermal paste that Apple using isn't really that good. I'll be keep using it as usual once I service it by myself, and I'll probably upgrade to Apple Silicon around probably like 2030, I guess. So this MacBook Pro isn't any order extraordinary MacBook Pro to me. It's been with me through ups and downs since 2021, holding countless of memories and sentimental value. From the middle of my high school years until now, I made tons of YouTube videos with it, and it will continue to be part of my journey into college and beyond. And you'll probably be wondering how much I bought this MacBook Pro for, considering I bought it brand new straight from Apple. Well, technically switched, but I guess it still counts as Apple, even though it's just an Apple certified reseller. Well, I'll just put it right here. Yeah, that's how much I bought it for. I believe that this particular MacBook Pro is one of the very last spec out Intel MacBook Pro Apple ever made. I guess I have part of the history about Intel Macs. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Thanks for watching. Check out my other videos right here. And yeah, goodbye.